Alright guys, Pterodactyl here, and today we've got another developer update for Hell Let Loose, and this one is on the public testing environment. So you can actually go in, download the PTE version of Hell Let Loose and start testing update 9. So to access the PTE, just go to your Steam library and search for Hell Let Loose in the search bar, and you'll see a separate application called Hell Let Loose Public Testing. So let's look at what's going to be included on the PTE. Before we do that, give this video a like and subscribe for more. So let's quickly run through the list of what you can expect on the PTE. So first up is the weapon zeroing fix. And this is where a lot of the weapons are zeroed incorrectly, so you're experiencing early bullet drop. I think this is pretty much on all weapons, so this is really going to be like a big change really. You're going to have to adjust your aim once update 9 comes in. I'm not sure how much this is going to affect your aiming, but it's going to be good to see. Melee is also going into the PTE, but they've said that the animations are still work in progress and not finished yet. So while all the sort of damage, however that works, everything like that is all finalized, it's just I guess the animations are going to be a bit basic. The changes to the garrison meta are going in place. This is where you can now build garrisons in the first row or column that's in the enemy territory, and these garrisons will cost 100 supplies instead of the usual 50. They will also be disabled if enemies get within 100 meters of them. So why they're doing this is because they want these garrisons to be planned and put in good sort of tactical positions. So don't deploy these garrisons too close to the enemy control point, otherwise it's going to be useless straight away. They're including a partial reload system. What they've said is this is the ability to discontinue a reload beyond critical points and still be functionally reloaded. So I'm not sure what they really mean by this. I think in the game now you can stop reload of the bolt action rifles when you're individually putting in bullets. I think you can do that, but reloading weapons that require magazines, I don't know if they're going down the route of if you take out the magazine, change weapon, and you bring that main weapon back out, all you need to do is put a new magazine in. If they do that, that is amazing because there's so few games that actually do something like that. But we'll just see. The UI changes are going into the PTE as well. They haven't really said what these UI changes are, but these UI changes should work for the really big resolutions or the super widescreen resolutions that people play on, because apparently they don't really work on the current build of Hell Let Loose. The new weapon models and textures are going in as well, so hopefully this includes the ability to get your weapons dirty or snowy and bloody as well. That'd be a nice little bit of immersion to get into the game. And they're also updating the iron sights of a lot of the weapons as well, which is good because some of the iron sights are pretty bad to be honest, but I think that's accurate. But it'd be good to see what changes they put in. And thankfully the grass optimization fix is going in. This is the quicker loading times from when you spawn in, because sometimes it can take quite a few seconds for the grass to load in, which is just really bad. But also they'll be rendered at a longer distance as well, which is great as well, because I'm noticing that the wheat fields don't render in quite far away, so you can just see people walking through them, which is really bad. The MG34 is also going in. They've said that the animations are still work in progress and not finalized, but it'd be good to get your hands on the MG34 because that will be the default machine gun for the German machine gunner role. And new sniper rifle non-blurry optics. And I don't think the Kar 98 is too bad, but the American sniper rifle, in my opinion, the scope is terrible. I don't mean the zoom on it, I mean how blurry and sort of how shaky it is. That's one of the reasons why I haven't done a weapon guide on the sniper rifles yet, because the American sniper rifle, the scope is so bad in my opinion that when you're trying to get these like super long range shots, it's almost impossible because the scope's just got this slight shake. I don't mean the sway, it's just like this blurry shake to it. It's terrible. The Utah Beach offensive modes will be on the PTE as well. This is both the US and German modes. I don't think any other map has an offensive mode that's catered to both sides, so it'd be good to see how this one works. The new barbed wire is going in. This is where the barbed wire will actually block people from moving through it. You won't be able to vault over it anymore. You'll also be slowed down when you're walking sort of alongside the barbed wire while making an injured sound, so you're going to give away your position really easily if you do this. So barbed wire will actually now be pretty useful and actually worthwhile putting down. You'll be able to block off areas or try to funnel people down like a certain route in an area, which you could then, in theory, mine up or just get machine gunners to focus on that area. Now, this is one that I didn't realise they were doing, but they're adding in gamepad and controller support. I know some players have asked for this. I will test this as well when update 9 gets released to see how useful gamepad support is. But this could also mean that they are looking at console deployment in the future. I'm pretty sure they are, but they want to get the game out of early access first. Said that general optimization is going to be in there across the board. No specifics on what they're optimizing, but hopefully that's going to be increased performance for everyone. New loadouts are going in for the machine gunner, commander, tank commander and sniper roles. So I wonder what the new loadout was going to be for the sniper, to be honest. That's going to be interesting. And the big armor rework is going in as well. So armor players rejoice. Tanks should be fixed from update 9, but you can test it early right now in the PTE. They're adding in a new reconnect function in the audio options, and this is for VoIP. So in the PTE, if you lose your VoIP, head into audio options and click reconnect, and this should fix it. So test that out if it works as well. They want feedback on this to make sure if it's working or not. There are sound improvements going in. They've said there's a lot of general sound improvements, but the main ones they want you to listen out for are the community voiceover acting, footsteps and movement sounds, and the new BAR sound. One thing to note is that XP earned in the PTE will not be carried across to your main sort of account on the main game. You will actually be going in as like a rank 0 player, so your PTE loadouts will be locked off to start with. They have actually said there's an issue with the public test application actually overriding the settings for your base game, and this will mean that all your loadouts or your appearance settings will get reverted back to defaults if you use the public test one. But there is a fix for this, and you should do this fix before you load the PTE for the first time. So I'll display this fix on the screen right now, and I'll put a link in the description to the actual dev briefing if you want to just read it there. But what you want to do is set a new .ini directory for the PTE build. So to do that, you need to right click on the Hell Let Loose public testing app in your Steam library, go on properties, and under the launch options, add this line. But for the users where they've got Stry as the user, you want to put the user as your own sort of Windows user. And the last thing they've said is that there's no NDA on the PTE. Originally there was, but on this there isn't, but they are asking people to not really stream or make videos on the content in the PTE. So myself, I'm not actually going to be doing any of the public testing. I want to see all the new changes and content just in the main base game, so I can play update 9 as it's released and give you guys my impressions on that. There's also a feedback form that developers want you to fill out. This is for reporting bugs and just general feedback for the PTE, so make sure you fill that out if you play the PTE. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, and if you do, please give it a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.